We love you, Leeds. Leeds, Leeds. Yes, we do, son. Yes, we do. Hello, welcome back to Imagine Not Being Leeds for your Leeds versus Oxford review. Easy win, predicted. Good night. Did anyone expect anything other than what we provided yesterday? Evening top banana. Hope you're all right. Hey up, son. Hope you're all right. Love you, mate. Yeah, so we served up a very easy 4-0 victory yesterday. These home games, guys, they're becoming training exercises. I said it in my vlog. It's just very much predictable Ellen Road at the minute. It's just keep rolling them out. I don't think it matters who we play at home. Definitely a mentality switch when it goes away from home. Hope Danny, hope you're all right. Solomon shot me. He was brilliant. Yeah, it was good, son. Yeah. But yeah, getting to lineup. Really happy with lineup. To be fair, it was nice to see Ampadu back. We know, obviously, we had Strauch out, which was less than ideal, and I'm hoping it's not something that we sort of see going forward, because we know Strauch has these weaknesses in his game in terms of, lengthy periods when he's injured. We've seen it year after year with Strauch. I'm hoping it is just like I say. I think it was a tightening of his hamstring, not worth risking. Evening, Michael. And hopefully that prevails and he gets to have a decent run of games this season. Just Strauch is doing well so far. Hopefully she's just a bit of a blip. But I tell you what, we're buzzing that Ampadu got in there. Absolutely over the moon. He got through 90 minutes as well in 2 positions. Looked really good as well, which we'll touch on. What's Danny saying? Smash a like, subscribe. Let's get Matthew to 500 subs by the end of the year. Thank you. Yeah, I think I'm about 60 off, something like that. 50 odd, 60 off. So yeah, it'd be nice to do that. Thanks a lot, Danny, for that. So yeah, like I said, line up Melier, Bogle, Rodon, Ampadu, Byram, Rothwell, Tanaka, James Aronson, Solomon and Pirro. I sort of think the wingers, you can't really go wrong whether you pick. Nonto's out of form, so yeah, he drops to bench. Get you, Danny, no more than me, 56 away. I'm not too tied up on numbers, Danny. I just enjoy doing this ball, but yeah, I'll happily take 500 if you're offered it. James has to start on that right. I'm all about rotation. I've said it a lot on my channel and on others. But James is a winner. I wouldn't rest at the minute if he's good to go. I'd keep him playing. Evening, Duncan. Hope you're well, mate. And yeah, Solomon at left. Got a little bit of stick this morning because I said on my match day vlog, it weren't his best game. Let's not get too heated. I was steaming. I never go on drink, but I was steaming. But I'll tell you what though. After he assisted that first goal, I felt like for about 30, 40 minutes after that right back, is it Kioso? He were their best player, their right back. Really good player for Oxford. Definitely too good for them. And he was giving Solomon a bit of problems. And then as the second half growing, obviously Solomon just tore it up, ends up with 2 assists and a goal. And this is what you get. A lot of people jumped on Solomon, saying he would, send it back in January. How wild does that sound now? How wild does that sound? Like I say, it was... I think there was a period of that game where that right back definitely stood him up, stood by them up. They had to keep coming back inside. He was really strong, really good one-on-one defender. It took him a while to get used to him really, and he sussed him out. And that midpoint of that second half, Solomon sort of took over. And I mean, that goal, great finish, 2 really good assists. What's this, Danny? Aronson played yesterday. Matty took his goal. Yeah, well, he did, mate. But I'm not going to harp on about Aronson. I've got a signed Aronson training top as well that I'm going to be hanging up behind me, which is funny. I've got it off my brother-in-law for Christmas. Give me it today, which I think is hilarious. Very grateful I've got it, but I'm not Aronson's biggest fan, but I'll always support him when he's playing for us. But what I will say is, for Leeds United playing in 10 role against an Oxford side, I'd expect some assists and goals from him playing against Oxford. They were never going to provide anything, so it's not a slant on Brendan. He did play well yesterday, but it's what I expected. All up front line yesterday, this is what I expected from him. I said 5-0 in my preview. It was 4. It could have been 5. Ramazani towards the end had a few, but they did what they were supposed to do yesterday. It was nice to actually expect some of them sort of deliver. We'll all expect really him to go to Stoke and get a result. Although in the back of his mind, we're probably worried about that, and it's up to them to go do it. But we all expected him to put 3, 4, 5 past Oxford, and they went and did it. Fair play. I mean, 20 odd shots, 9 on target, 4 goals, almost 70% possession. Like I say, it was just nice for it to actually come to fruition of what everyone expected. Duncan say frightening our options off the bench now, especially in the wide area. Honestly, mate, I've never seen it like it in this division, Duncan. Never seen out like it in this division. It's scandalous how good we are off a bench. You know, that squad is just sprinkled with quality all through it. You know, we saw last season we had a really good 11. Farke didn't trust that bench. This season it's just embarrassment of riches. Really is. So chuffed. He scored same as Rutter did. So see if I can get. No, it's true, mate. Yeah, it is true. Say we all have us favourites. You know, we all have people like. I do think that 10. Maybe addressing it in January, looking at a Nonto or Solomon or, you know, Ramazani or someone else, providing decent rotation options in that 10. I think that 10 holds the key to our, you know, to unlocking this away form and, you know, unlocking this potential that's there for this side to actually create a gap at top, because I do believe we're the best side in the league, although the league table doesn't show that currently. But I can't argue with Brendan's numbers. Is it, 5, 6 goals? 3 assists, whatever. He's not doing bad. He's doing all right, mate. He really is. Is potential to have someone better in that 10, 100%. I think we all say we'd like a 10 in January. I'm not on my own on that one. But he can't do much more, can he, Brendan? You know, he gives you 110% every game. And in a game like Oxford, where you want him to come up with a goal, you want him to come up with assist, he's gone and got them both. So I was thrilled for him, to be fair. Absolutely thrilled for him. Evening, Mark, hope you're all right, mate. I were a bit rough this morning. Mark, I worked with him. We were on his Christmas do on Friday. I left a little bit early, to be fair, about 10:30, didn't push it too much. And then I went out with Darren and Dillo for a game yesterday. I met up with Sean from Wilco's White, my best pal Priestley. So we don't drink all day yesterday. I never really do football with drinking. 2 Irish lads, and yeah, it was absolutely mint. If anyone's ever been to the Moot Hall Arms in chat, let me know. That was absolutely buzzing in there yesterday. Like, what a pre-match venue to go to. If anyone likes to go out for a few drinks before football and you haven't been to Moot Hall Arms in Leeds, get yourself there. Honestly, unbelievable. Probably a better atmosphere than the stadium, to be honest. Such a good day. And then in Peacock afterwards for a few. My best day ever at football, like with Oxford at home. Like, irony of that, like Oxford. And it honestly, what a day. I've lived a sheltered life, though, chat, so don't give me too much stick. I've lived a sheltered life. The squad is not necessarily better than last year with lots of Cree, Rutter and Archie, but it's definitely more balanced. 100% balanced is a key word there, Duncan, in it, you know. Definitely lost a couple of like quality additions there, in there. When you look at them, you know, that little sparkle you want on a day away at Preston or at Bristol that you sometimes can't get it over the line, and you want someone to come up with something special. We sort of lost the X factor a little bit with a few of these players, but in terms of the whole squad, the depth's just phenomenal in it. You know, like I say, you've got some absolutely excellent players there we've lost, but I just feel like the level's gone up. You know, in terms of numbers, in terms of that quality of depth, it's just unreal. Like, I think Ramazani's potential to be as good as Cree. I think he's a better all-round player than Cree. He just hasn't had a chance to prove it yet. Rutter's probably, you know, better than Aronson in terms of quality, even though Aronson's got better numbers than him already, which is mental in terms of his goals. His assists is nowhere near, obviously, yet. But Archie, you could say Bogle's a better option at right back than Archie. Depends on what you fancy, really. But yeah, I agree. I feel like we've got some big match winners from last year who's gone missing, obviously, with them going. But I feel like we get goals from all the way outfield now. You know, it'd be nice to get his midfielder scoring. Really would. It's still crazy to me that, you know, neither of them two have scored, Tanaka or Rothwell. Although they both had a couple of shots in this game, and Tanaka were really close in opening minutes. That'd been mint for that to go in. But now then, Matt, great show as always. Big opportunity for both of us on Boxing Day with Sheffield United playing Burnley. Yeah, hey up Wayne, Only Fools on SAFC. Go check him out. I did a video with him last week talking about the promotion candidates, us, Sunderland, Burnley, and Sheffield United. Everyone's got different opinions of who they think is going to be up there, but it's a fantastic race at the minute. I'm loving it. I'm loving that there's 4 of us going for it again. And we all said, I was saying to Wayne on a voice note yesterday, everyone said it were in a bit of an anomaly last season. 4 teams up around 90 points and over, and currently you've got 4 teams on course for that again. You know, will all 4 maintain it? I don't know, but it's looking like a nice little battle again up top of that league. You know, before season started, I thought we'd create a gap. I'm not too sure now. I think it'll be tighter than I thought, but I love it. I'm here for it. I hope it's like that. I hope we have to really dig in. I hope we've got to really, you know, win it on our own merit and get this away form right and really push. But yeah, it's going to be fantastic to see how it develops. You know, January's massive, as we know. I expect these sides around us to do business. Wayne's not too confident they'll do much business. I'm not 100% confident we'll do much business. But I tell you what, I know Sheffield United and Burnley will do business. So it's up to us to try and you know, keep it a level playing field, go out there and battle them for plays. Will probably all be linked to it. and really push for that top 2. But it's going to be really interesting in January. I can't wait for it. Ramazani should have scored the header yesterday. Yeah, mate. I had 5-0 down as well, didn't I? As my prediction. When that ball came in, I was buzzing. But yeah, he got on it well, but decent stop by keeper that really well. If Strout comes back as expected, what would you do midfield? Honestly, Duncan, I do think Ampadu's best position centre half. I love him at centre half. He ain't going to play that because Strout comes back in when he's fit. And I'm sure you'd agree, Ampadu starts as well, and you can't drop Roffel and Tanaka. So, as well as he's doing, while ever we ain't got a 10 in January, while ever we're not in January, we've signed anyone, and he's already said he ain't too asked to play wingers there unless like Nonto comes on for last 10, 15, 20 minutes to play there like he did yesterday. You're probably looking at maybe having to drop Aronson. I just don't see. Would you rather drop Aronson or Rothwell? Because they're the only two I can really see dropping for him. So I think they might either go to 3 in midfield or keep it at 4-2-3-1 and they play Rothwell in that 10, which I'm sure he could do. But then you lose the running qualities, don't you, off the ball of Brendan Aronson. Depends what you want, doesn't it? I just think it'd be ridiculous to drop Rothwell, like totally drop Rothwell. I can't see him doing that, but I don't know because he's a big Brendan fan. But I know for me now that's Ampadu back in. He's just played 90 minutes. Yeah, albeit most of it out of position at centre half for where he will play. He's going to play centre mid. He only fills in at centre back for obviously when there's a defensive injury, as we know. But yeah, I think he comes back in. I think that's Ampadu ready to start now. Who would have thought he could have played 90 minutes? 21st of December when he wasn't predicted back like till mid-Jan. Like, what an absolute legend. His fitness is just unreal. What a guy. And what I liked about him yesterday, I watch him a lot, obviously, off the ball, on the ball, and he tends to slow it down quite a lot when he's got ball. Last season, early this season before he got injured, compared to Rothwell and Tanaka, who are very much get the ball, release the ball, always looking forward, never looking really sideways, especially Rothwell. And I really liked about Ampadu yesterday. He didn't slow it down so much. He sort of got it. Maybe took a touch when he was away. That it's easy at home though for us, isn't it? That momentum, that zipping passing, it's always there at home. And I really like that with Ampadu. He slotted straight in. Didn't look like he'd been out for 8 weeks, 9, whatever it's been. It just didn't look like he'd been out that long. So I'm really happy he came back and played like that. What's this? Gloves are off, sweet side. Say, mate, I'll be all right. Hi, mate. I just imagine not being Leeds. Never again. Yeah, honestly, mate, I say it all the time. Like, imagine not being Leeds. Like, genuinely. Poor buggers, a lot of them, eh? Poor buggers. Just can't even imagine it, can you, pal? It's just unfair thinking about. What's this? For me, the league is going to be won by about 69 points. By us, Danny, or by Sheffield, because you said we'll finish second, didn't you, pal? Rothwell is a set piece taker. Yeah, well, that's it as well. If he comes outside, Stephen, you're right. You lose your set piece taker. Then yeah, he's had some games where he don't. He's not. He doesn't deliver them perfect every time. But I tell you what, he's best one we've had in years, and more times than not, he does deliver a really good ball. We've seen it in previous weeks. We've looked more threatening from corners as well. I mean, it was hard yesterday for any we did have because that wind was just, as you know, that storm. Well, Darren and Dillo from all the Leeds Bros, it's like I say, they met me. I went out with them all day. Their flight was last night, supposed to be last night, 9 o'clock, and they got a text message from Ryanair at half time saying they've cancelled the flights from Leeds and Bradford back to Dublin, and they had to go from Manchester. They couldn't be asked messing around trying to get to Manchester, so they ended up booking an hotel and staying again. They're not flying till 11 o'clock tonight, but I don't think the missus were too happy. But if they're watching, yeah, they were really sad they didn't come home either. I promise you, Amy, they were really sad they had to stay another day. Promise. But yeah, so that's how bad weather was, cancelling flights. It was shocking. After game, running over to Peacock for shelter. It was bad yesterday, wasn't it? Whatever storm name they give this one, I don't know, but it was bad. So yeah, he's delivered it yesterday. Might not have been as good as in previous weeks, but didn't really matter, did it? As from set play, from general play, we were just outstanding yesterday. We just looked a threat every time we got ball yesterday. Blackburn, next hardest game. Yeah, you know what it is? They lost. Momentum's changed on it now a bit now because they've been on a right good winning run of Blackburn. They obviously lost yesterday. So is that going to affect out? Problem is you've got like John Eustace, haven't you? And some people just have your number in life. We saw it with Russell Martin last season. He had it 3 times last season. Beat us every time, Sometimes someone just has your number. So Farker's going to have to change somewhere. He's going to have to do something a little bit different to maybe get that win. He's at Ellen Road, so I fancy us anyway. Honestly, we could be playing. Liverpool at Ellen Road, I'll still fancy us. I ain't bothered. At Ellen Road, there's just something about us. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I'll back us anyway, no matter who we're playing. But yeah, Blackburn at home, they're on good form. They lost. I think we'll be fine again in that game now. That's sort of not that invincibility kind of tag they had for 5 or 6 games. Looked bloody brilliant, didn't they? But nah, I'm not too bothered now. What's this? Final pint, yeah, just to say that, Richard, it should be final pint tonight. But Darren and Dillo, obviously, the flight got cancelled, so they're still technically in Leeds now. They'll be at the airport now. The flight at 11 o'clock. So obviously they should have been home last night. Would have been doing final pint tonight. So we've had to reschedule final pint for tomorrow night. So it will be on tomorrow night on their channel on Only Leeds Bros. Time to be confirmed. But yeah, it's had to get rescheduled. So I thought I'd come on and do a little review of it myself. Michael, goals are being shared around the sheet. Aronson 6, Pino 7, Bogle 3, James 5, Nonto 4, Solomon 3, Largy 3, Joseph 2, Pascal 2, Rodon fair. But yeah, mate, honestly, it's scandalous. It's good that in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 different goal scorers. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. All defence as well, all main defenders, all as wingers. Yeah, it's brilliant. It really is. I mean, those numbers for Aronson, like I say, I don't massively rate Aronson. I like him, but I am in love with him like I am some other players. Brilliant. I can't argue with numbers there. Pino's doing all right. You know what really stands out there is the James, Nonto, Solomon, Largy, because some of these players haven't even played big minutes. You look at Solomon, he's been injured. Largy's been out. James now is just coming into his own now, isn't he? Best player in Championship currently for me, right up there. Best player for Leeds right now. On form, he's unbelievable. Is James. That 5 could easily be 10 by end of January. It's absolutely flying. If he plays next 5, 6, 7 games, James, and starts them, you're probably going to see him score or assist every game. You probably are. He's just in a hot reign of form at the minute. Duncan Hamilton, I thought on Schwitz cameos, he looks useful to be fair. More game time. Yeah, we're really nice to see him come on at left back as well. We all thought he would a full back, wing back, full back, whatever you want to call him. And he's coming like on wing, anti, and a little bit in centre in central areas when he's had these scarce moments he's had. Really nice to see him come on at left back. I thought he was brilliant. I think we've got a real player there, you know. Real player. I think he looks class. Defensive looks good. He looks quick, looks strong, direct, gets ball and runs at players. I really like him, you know. Schmidt could be an absolute class player for us going forward at this club, you know. I kind of feel like they bought him. Personally, I feel like they bought him as a long-term replacement for Firpo, but then this season, seeing him never play in left-back role, I sort of thought maybe I'm wrong with that, you know, and it was nice to see him come on at left back yesterday when I thought we'd signed him for. I mean, he looked really good. Hey, up easy. Hope you're all right, my mate. Hi, mate. I don't see Ampadu keeping Strauch out the side. Can't see Ampadu being able to hold him to midfield role. He'll just have to be patient. Remember the end of last season with no Strauch. Yeah, I get what you're saying, mate. I firmly believe now that's Ampadu back inside me easy. I hope it's not. I would like him to have a bit of time at bench and build into that role. I know he didn't really have much choice, really. He could have started Gilavogi there rather than Ampadu. We saw Gilavogi coming to centre half towards back end of the game. So he did have a few options to buy when people are, but I feel like looking at that game with the injuries we had, he just thought, I'll play Ampadu there and see how he goes. And we know what it's like. He wanted to come off. He felt all right, so we carried on and got through 90 minutes. But the fact he's done 90 minutes there, mate, I could just see him being a starter now. I don't think now he's in, they'll take him back out, but I'd like to see him be on bench again. And if Strauch's back, he'd go back in and keep midfield as it is. I really would easy. Do I think he'll do it? Maybe for this game, but honestly, I think by New Year's Day, especially, he's back starting in a week or two, mate, and there'll be some sort of jig in that midfield because that's the only way you can squeeze him in for me. Loves sweet science. I think we lose more from dropping Rothwell for Ampadu than we need gain from having Ampadu in. I know he's a captain, damn good player. I never thought I'd not want him. No, I'm saying, mate, to be fair, I'm saying I would rather keep the side as it is and have Ampadu on bench. I just know what Farker's going to do. I'm not too bothered for dropping Aronson from the 10. Like I said, I think that's what happens. I think Aronson comes out the 10 and they rejig that midfield either into a 3 or Rothwell goes into 10. In my opinion, I might be wrong with that. I'm not the only one saying it, though. I do believe that's something to be looking at. I'd rather keep it as it is, though, to be honest. I think it's working. I think it's doing well. And if anyone does come into that 10, I'd rather it be a Nonto, a Ramazani, a Solomon, and have a bit more cutting edge up there. Because I think some of these wingers could fill in there. Or play there. Not even fill in. I think they could play 10 easy. Not everyone agrees with that, which is fine. But yeah, I don't know, mate. It's going to be interesting to see what happens there. But now he's back. It's an headache for Farker that I'm glad he's got, to be honest. Andy, we enjoyed the scene in the bar. You really caught the essence of the Leeds brotherhood. Oh, mate, honestly, it was fantastic, Andy. So if anyone's never been to the Moot Hall Arms, honestly, it was brilliant. Brilliant. Paul Wilson likes to put his Leeds United twist onto popular songs. And honestly, mate, best day of football I've ever had. And I've been to Wembley. I've been to some great games. But just, you know what lads are we? With Darren and Dillo coming up from Ireland and Sean from Wilco's Whites. Paul Wilson met a girl called Gemma who does some Facebook pages for Leeds. Like, got bumped into a few people. A couple of people noticed us as well from doing YouTube channel. Honestly, all in all, it was just a fantastic day. And honestly, just a fan base, just amazing, just amazing. It was Oxford at home, and you'd think we were at bloody Wembley yesterday at times. It was just such a good day. Absolutely buzzing with it. Yeah. Their flight's still scheduled for 23:10. Let's hope it goes. Yeah, he sent me a screenshot, did Darren, a few hours ago, saying that Belfast did a plane and had some sort of malfunction while they were trying to land in Belfast. That's about an hour, he said, from Dublin Airport. So he was a bit worried, but it looks like I'll go ahead with that. Because honestly, he were coming. I think he were going to have to stay on my sofa tonight. So I've been expecting a call last couple of hours to say they're coming to sleep at mine, but I think they're actually going to get home tonight, which is good. Just need our CM players, Ruffle and Tanaka scoring. Yeah. Honestly, Michael, they look more likely than what Ampadu and Gruev did, don't they? But they still haven't got one yet. And, we're into 20-odd games now. It's wild. Because they look likely, Tanaka almost got one. Rothwell looked like he's got a shot on him. He scored 4 at Southampton at back end of last season. Got it in locker. I don't see it coming. We aren't going to be in playoffs this year. We're not going to be in playoffs. It's not going to come in playoffs like Gruev did. But I don't see it coming that late in the season. Surely they've got to be close to getting one now. Then floodgates will open. We're getting goals. Like I say, defenders have scored as wingers are scoring. We've scored a few corners, but I want some goals from midfield. I really do. I really, really do. Next 2 games are tough. Yeah, I mean, tough because they're away games, Richard. I don't think Derby's a tough one. You know what we need? We need. I'm glad it's the way it is. I'm glad it's the way around it is because we've got Stoke now, which is notoriously an hard place to go, regardless of what the team's like or the form is. It's just that mentality. It's, a damp, windy night in Stoke or whatever it is. I know it's not a weekday, but it is, isn't it? It is a weekday, actually. Yeah, so it's typical Stoke away, isn't it? It's typical Stoke away. Christmas time makes it even more difficult. It's a tough game, but I'm glad it's this way because if we need to get that monkey off us back. Derby, we know we can beat Derby. We know we can beat. We've just banged them at Ellen Road a few weeks ago. We can batter them. It doesn't matter what. It's just a green patch of grass in it. It's just a bit of grass. Just go play football. It's a mentality thing. So they just need to, bat that away now away at Stoke, and then Derby should take care of itself. We should be able to beat Derby. So it's 2 tough games in terms of both away, mate. Yeah, but I do think the Derby one's an easier one. I'd take 7 points out of the next 9 now. And if we were to drop any points, I think it would be Stoke. Draw, win. I think we beat Blackburn at home now after them losing yesterday, but we've got to go beat Stoke. We just need this form to just end. I'm sick of the talk about it. I don't want it to go on against that Derby game. It seems every away game it's like, right, we're all right, and then it'll just keep rolling over to next, and we need to just get monkey off his back now. So we need to go to Stoke, and we just need to just play with a bit of tempo, like we do at Ellen Road. There's no need for it to be any slower than what we play at Ellen Road. There's more pressure at Ellen Road. No pressure away at Stoke. The pressure should always be on home side. We should be able to go away from home against these mid to low table sides and put on a performance and win. Ampadu starts on Boxing Day. Mate, I agree. I think he does. Only way he doesn't start Boxing Day for me is if he's played too many minutes yesterday and he's a little bit leggy and he wants to rotate him and not push him too much. But he's just played 90 minutes, come back of injury, so he's pushed him enough there anyway. Schmidt might be able to play at 10. He looks so good. Mate, I think Schmidt can play anywhere, pal. I really do. I think Schmidt's brilliant. He can play anywhere. He's probably going to find he can play on either side, left back, right back. He can play on either wing. He can play in down middle. He can probably fill in everywhere, bar striker and centre half. I don't think you're wrong there, easy. I think honestly, I can't wait to see him get big minutes. I think we've got a baller, with Schmidt. I think we've got an absolute baller. But like a new signing, what he turn a year, starts getting more minutes now. It's like a brand new signing. So that should have scored last week. Yeah, he should have had a couple of chances, hasn't he? Have you evaluated your opinion of Solomon from yesterday's live? People blowing cold now. Yeah, I was saying, mate, earlier that I got pulled up by you, Andy, on my vlog. Say I definitely had maybe a tinted goggles on, but no, you know what it was. Like I said with Solomon earlier, Two assists, 1 goal, brilliant. The quality's there. Mate, I am Solomon's biggest fan. I've said from off. How wild is it? 3-4 weeks ago, people were saying send him back in January. I knew we had a player like it's Solomon. We're lucky to have him in this division. But yeah, he started off fantastic with that ball. But then he was up against Oxford's best player. I don't know if anyone in chat wants to agree, but Oxford's best player were there right back yesterday. What were they called now? What's it early? Kioso. He was Oxford's best player. Man, one-on-one defending. He didn't dive in. He stood his man. And after that first goal, what James scored, what Solomon assisted, he stood him, and him and Byron couldn't get past him for about half an hour. And then it was funny because we're in stadium, and I was sat next to Darren, and me and Darren looked at each other in about 70 minutes and said, right, Solomon and Aronson need to come off now. And then 2 minutes later, Solomon assisted Aronson, and then Aronson scored. Sorry, then Solomon scored after getting off Piron, but we're just like, yeah, we look like idiots now. How have we got a YouTube channel? Because in 5 minutes' time from saying the both scored and assisted, mental. But yeah, I thought he played well. I think he's had better games, if I'm honest, but he got the numbers in this one, so it's going to cloud people's judgment. But he played brilliant. He played really well. I just don't think it was his best game. I think he's had other games that he looked better for the periods in the game. But this one, he got the numbers and still looked good. Things with Solomon, even if he was, which he didn't in this, but even if he was to drift in and out of games, he's got the quality. He's a Premier League player. Like, it's wild that anybody thought he wasn't good enough. And now he's a starter. Now Ramazani can't get in team. Oh, me, how good's that? How good's that? Now Ramazani and Nonto can't get into the side. Fuck me, unreal. Oh, you hate mate. I don't hate Alison. I've got a shirt here with his bloody autograph on it. I don't hate him at all, mate. I just prefer a bit of a flair player there. That's all. I don't think we need a dogged runner who can run and win ball back. I don't think we need someone who presses from front and wins ball back. We have ball 70% in pretty much every game. Certain games, Aronson's brilliant. I think at home against an Oxford, you could argue he played brilliant, but any 10 for Leeds United should be doing what he did yesterday against Oxford. I sort of feel like, Leeds United could open a few more doors if we had. Imagine Prime Hernandez now, Prime Pablo. I know it's. Imagine if that, and shoulda, woulda, coulda, not. But imagine if Prime Pablo played for us now. What a difference it'd be to having Aronson in there. But Aronson's doing good. He's doing really good. He really is. Got no against him. He's done better than I thought he'd ever do. It's a balancing, losing Aronson's energy and keeping the set pieces and driver rough well, but not the pressing. Maybe also because they've got to look at it game by game. They haven't maybe changed it for certain games. He's got the personnel now. He's pretty much got all the tools now as far. We can argue about the 10. I genuinely think you could play Ramazani then or Renonto in certain games and they'd give you some great output. It is what it is. I do feel like he's got pretty much all the tools this season, where you could argue last season he maybe didn't. After that first 11, he didn't have much on bench what he fancied, and maybe we're right with that. But this season he's got every tool in his toolbox to make this work. This time last season, Leeds were 10 points behind, Ipswich 13 points behind. Yeah, crazy, mate. Crazy. But the standard at league, we always say it's not as good as last year. It's not bad, though, is it? These teams around us are not playing good football. They look poor and high, but they don't concede many goals. Your Burnleys and your Sheffield Uniteds. So they only need a goal or two to win games. So they're grinding them out when they're playing poorly. And Sunderland, some people are saying they're giving Ipswich vibes, not to the level. Obviously, they're not second, they're not clear. But they're not playing too well, but they keep getting these results, keep winning late games, and I'm loving it. It's a great battle. And met Michael Norman. Yeah, it's that square ball program on the outside, so down end of the tunnel. So yeah, we fought because I see him every home game, and I always want to say hi to him, and I always bottle it, and I never have a picture of him because we'd had a few jars. We're like, Michael, have a picture with us. You'd be really happy to have your picture taken. Imagine not being Leeds and only Leeds bros. He was just looking at us daft like, what you on about? It was great though. Cracking result. You're a lucky chap, mate. Rarely lose at home, do we? I need to start going to away games, shouldn't I? That's what I need to do. I really do. Forgot Derby was in the middle. Ah, right. Sorry, Richard. So you were thinking Stoke and Blackburn. Yeah, Derby. Yesterday's Oxford result was a stocking filler. The away performances are the main presence. I hope so, buddy. I hope you're right with that. They need to be, don't they? I think we beat Stoke, draw against Derby, and get beat by Blackburn. Well, I hope you're wrong with that, pal. 4 points out of them 9 is a shocking return. I hope Righteous one. Hope you're right, mate. Anyone who's in here, please can stick a like on video. It just gets out to more people. I'd love it if you don't mind liking him. And subscribe if you've not already subscribed. Much appreciated, please. Thank you very much. Do I think that away from his mentality, it's got to be? It's got to be. What else can it be? It's got to be. People say tactics. I just don't see it. There's just, like I say, there's not as much zip on ball. We just don't play with the same intensity away from home. Conceding that first goal's just deadly to us, but at home we don't ever look like conceding really, let alone first goal. Any goal away from home, I don't know what it is. The speed of passing, that tempo's just not there, and I just don't think it's a tactical thing. I really don't. There's been a couple of games this season, you saw it at West Brom where we went with a game plan to sit back. I don't even think we do that. We're still sort of on front foot in these games. A mentality thing. Plus, you've got to give the home side a little bit of credit. Some of these teams have set up really well against us. Some have given us a good goal. We say some of these teams play a low block. Preston played more of a mid block. They didn't sit totally back. It wasn't like they were all camped in the box. They had a good goal. They broke out, and there's a blueprint for playing against Leeds United. Sit back, keep it tight, and catch us on break. And if they can do that and get that first goal, it's been game over in most of the games. They found it so hard to get back into them, hasn't it? So I think it's a mentality thing I do. And I don't know why, because it should be easier playing away from home. In my eyes, in terms of mentality, should be able to go against these minnows, in my eyes, no disrespect, and just play your game. Ellen Road, we've seen it over years gone by. That can be a really tough place and a heavy shirt to wear, Heavy badge on some players' chest. They don't feel it, Ellen Road. It's crazy. But away from home, we saw it last season, QPR, and, some really poor Stoke last year. We lost to Stoke last year away from home in a game where he tweaked a few things and never tweaked it again after that. The vast majority of teams in the Championship see Leeds as their cup final, hence they raise the game. Concentration levels and low block, they don't do as much. Yeah, 100%. Sheffield United and Burnley, there might be big names in this division. We've been in Prem, yo-yo clubs in Prem recently. But they ain't no Leeds United, either. I 100% agree with that, Michael. 100%. Like, we have a cup final every week, and we don't raise our games for these. We'll see it when we go up next season. We'll raise our games. There'll be certain games where, you don't have to say no. Your Scum, your Chelsea's, your Liverpool's massive games. Leeds will just be up for it naturally. Whether we get beat or whatever, we'll be up for it. We ain't getting up for a Stoke, a Preston. Not naturally going to be up for it. They should be, but they're not. They're not going to be. They're going to be up for it playing Leeds United, 100%. 100%, and we face that every week. But I'm glad we face it because it means we're some club of some importance, aren't we? Everyone's cup final. It's a mint place to be. I'd rather that than be nobody's. You know what I mean? It's just something you've got to face as a Leeds United manager, a player, a fan. Joseph has to start against Stoke. It's one of them, mate. How many times do we say it? Piddo starts. He got an assist. Didn't play bad. Didn't play great. Nah, not to really say about Pirro. I like him. He's doing all right. You all know on my channel, I always sing from rooftops. Joseph should start. Pirro comes on for the last 20. Look at when we scored those goals. Those, late on goals. 57th, 67th, 73rd. Usually, if Joseph starts, Pirro's coming on around 67th, 70th minute. They were wide open. We were peppering them towards the end of the game. Pirro probably comes on and gets one if he comes on 70th minute. So I think that works better. There were certain games like this where it honestly doesn't matter. We could have started anyone up front. We could have put anybody up front. I could have gone up front when I still won 4-0. No bad comments for that one. Best player in Leeds, me. Over 18 stone. Seriously, not bad. Only Guardian readers want to send Solomon back. Lol. Yeah, I agree, mate. It is. It really is. I'm pleased Farker's not rushing certain players back. He's playing the long game, I think. And I hope. Well, he don't have to rush anyone back, does he? He don't have to rush anyone back this season. We've just got an embarrassment of riches. He doesn't need to rush anybody back. See, previous years, had to rush people back, and the recurring injuries, new injuries, fresh injuries. Don't need to do it now. I wouldn't write up Bamford. He will still have a part to play. When he gets his chance, he has to impress. But at the moment, Pirro and Joseph are ahead of him. I'll tell you what, though, Michael, I think it's wild to think he'll ever be in front of Pirro and Joseph. A lot of people have said he'll still have a part to play. I think Farker's even said that. Farker said that a few times. We'll see in January, won't we? I mean, if he don't make any minutes again in the next couple of games, going into January, I think he might try and force something. Leeds might have to agree some sort of, I don't know, maybe paying a bit of his wages so he can move on. Wrexham talk. There's talk of him going to Genoa in Italy. I aren't too sure, if he goes, they've got to bring someone else in. if I'm honest, mate, I don't see any part for him to play. If Bamford were fit, match fit, match sharp, he could come on and do, last 10, 15 minutes potentially, but I just don't think he's there. I don't think he's got any legs anymore, mate. So I'd rather him go out because I don't think if he gets any part to play, he's a bit part player, Michael. And I'd rather have 3 strikers all vying for that shirt. And I just don't think Bamford's got that in him now to push for it. I know we've seen him have a few minutes, recently, but then he's fallen off again. I was getting note again last few games, Stephen Gill, disagree. Aronson is how we keep the ball with his press. He's an offensive defender. Yeah, of course he's an offensive defender. And, we all have his opinions. And Aronson, like I say, is doing better than I ever thought he'd do for Leeds United since he's come back. But yeah, I think we'd be much better in there with an attacking player, a flair player, someone with better quality on the ball. I don't think this side needs an offensive defender. I genuinely don't. We play with 2. I won't say it's 2 DMs now, but we play with 2 midfields in middle. We're dogged, get round there, win balls, win challenges. I don't think we need that from our 10. I'll be honest with you, I don't. I think his defence is good enough. Against Oxford, we don't need an offensive defender against Oxford. For me, we don't. It reminds me sometimes of Farker of England under Southgate. We've got that many good flair players on bench, and then when we had Ampadu and Grove playing, we'd like to play with 2 6s, and you look at some of the players, you think, why can't you get them on? Sometimes he's very passive, with how he does it, and just let Shackles off and play. And I think we've got that now a bit more, and I think Brendan's doing a great job. He'll get his goal now and again. He's on 6 goals now, doing bloody brilliant, to be fair, in terms of his numbers. His shooting leaves a lot to be desired. He gets in great areas. He could have more goals, to be fair, because he makes some really good runs. I just feel that final ball, that final decision making, like we say about James, it's just my preference. I'd rather have a Buendia. I'd rather have a Pablo Hernandez. I'd rather have some someone like that, mate, rather than a player that runs around and and he's an offensive defender, as you've called him. I'd rather have someone who's a bit different to that. Just my type, just how I'd rather have it. But no, Michael Bamford is right off the old bagger. Ramazani and Nonto can get in the side, but we should keep rotating the wingers. We're best team in this league, so we need to keep players fresh. Yeah, 100%, mate, 100%. His Farker's passive tactics don't work away. Yeah, honestly, mate, I think it's mentality. I really do. Danny says, smash a like, subscribe, share it to family and friends on your social media. Let's get this up and coming Leeds. Thanks, Danny. Thank you. Yeah, please like and subscribe, guys. Thank you so much for that, Danny, mate. You're a good one. I agree with Michael. You nailed it. To be on Sky and play Leeds, their manager plays forward Scal. Yeah, 100%, mate. 100%. Makes it so much harder, doesn't it, for our lads, really, when everyone's up for it like that. My fist when we're smashing the wall if we lose to Harrogate Town, especially the upper clappers say, I'm glad because they want top 2. And that'll happen, Andy. I'm glad we're out at Cup. That'll be me. I'll be saying that. I won't really. Yeah, that's what they'll say, though. Easy. Matt, you shouldn't absolve Farker of any blame for our away form. It's his job to sort it out otherwise. No, 100%, mate. Of course it's his job. Of course it's his job to sort it out. 100%. And I'm not. Mentality comes down to manager as well. He's got to change the players' mentality. If I, even if it is just a mentality issue, it's down to Farker to sort it out. Bring players in who are fresh. Bring players in who haven't played in some of these away games, who haven't got some of these scars. These dodgy results away from home. Freshen it up. Bring Gilavogi in. Do something different. 100%. It's on fact. Change tactics. Play a 4-3-3 away from home. There's stuff you can do. 100%. He's got to resolve it. You can't just keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. It's just crazy. So yeah, it's down to Farker to change it. 100% easy. He's not blameless in this at all from my point of view. But I do think it's a mentality thing. I don't think Farker's saying to play passive. I don't know what it is. Do we say let them have more at ball and we'll sit back and we'll catch them on counter because we've got players to do that? No, there's ways around it. Farker needs to sort it out. But I do think it's a mentality as a collective that's stopping us from winning these away games. I tell you what, we sort us away form out and we absolutely rocket to top of league. Absolutely fly to top of league and create a right gap. We can not maybe mimic the away to home form because that's winning every game you play in it. But get turn these draws into a couple of these draws into wins. You're always going to drop odd points here and there, but I want them to be away from home rather than at home, obviously. But we need to be getting a couple of wins in here and there and a couple of draws. I don't mind, but we need to be getting more points away from home. We do that, and we just turn into an absolute beast. Don't we? Let's be fair. We know we're just sitting there waiting for that. So the only thing stopping is the only thing keeping us in that pack really at the minute is away form. Sort that out, and we're beyond it for me. Danny, he's got players have to do some accountability as well. They misclick. Yeah, like I say, it's a collective. It is a collective, but like I say, I think it's more of a mentality thing. Just my opinion. Not many strikers in midfields contributing goals, but still as a team, top scorers. Yeah, it's mad, innit? Getting goals from everywhere. Like I say, his defenders are chipping in with a lot. Bogle's doing well. You know, he played really well with James. I love James and Bogle down there. Really good combination. Bogle's a miles better player when James is playing with him. They've got some cracking down that right side. I really enjoyed watching them play yesterday. But yeah, strikers, Pirro's got all right numbers. But yeah, when you look at the strikers for being top scorers and being as good as we are, you'd expect his strikers to be on a few more. But at the minute, Andy, it's working as it is, isn't it? But I'd love Tanaka and Rothwell to be on 2 or 3 goals as well, which I think's coming. I do think it's coming. Duncan Sage. It's no surprise that Pirro affects games with goals and assists in the last 20 when the defence is shattered. He always looks better with a bit more time. 100%, mate. And some people say it's because of Joseph's running, tiring him out. It could just be naturally after 70 minutes of playing, no matter who you're playing, you're going to be tired. You know, you play 70 minutes, you're not as fresh as you are at kick-off, are you? So it works. That method works. You know, you start Joseph and you bring Pirro on. Like we've seen this season, though, after so many games of Pirro coming on and affecting games, he's due his start. Now, we're in that tussle again now where who do we start again? No one's really grabbing that shirt at the minute. So for me, just go back to the right method that works. You know, if no one's grabbing it like Pirro has done and is scoring game after game, now they both had a chance and they hadn't. Just start Joseph because it works. It works. I'd love to see Joseph start away at Stoke, and then Pirro come on towards the end of the game. It's just been his best way forward this season, I think. I'm really pissed off. I pissed off just Joe once when I said fuck as the German Southgate lol after England lost to Spain. No, mate, he has his moments. He has his moments. I've used that a few times. We've got so many good attacking players, and sometimes they play really passive. And I used to say that with Southgate of England. So it's a comment I might throw off the cuff, and it might come out from time to time, and people say, shut up. But my opinion is your opinion, mate. You can say what you want on this channel. Do you know what I mean? As long as it's respectful. We've all got a voice. I've got this to say it. So, yeah, sometimes that happens. You know, in games where he puts the handbrake on, we're 2-0 up, 3-0 up at home, and we just stop playing football. We just keep ball, keep. Not ask for scoring any more goals, which we all know we do from time to time. Very Southgate-esque is that, you know, we want 5s and 6s, but he ain't bothered. And it's fine. So, some people see the sexy side of football, the goals, the glitz, the glamour, and love all that. Other people get the thrills from just controlling a game and being defensive and looking solid, and that's Farker. We've just got to accept that. But I tell you what, he'll get his points to get promoted this season, and then we'll talk about next year, won't we, you know? And if I had away form is diabolical, you can forget Europe, lol. Yeah, I know. What we dusted his passports off like Joe says, will we? But yeah, it's the only thing in it that we can really complain about him, because honestly, what I'm seeing at home is just total domination. And then I heard a few people yesterday sat behind me and they were saying it's boring, you know, in times of game. And I wanted to turn around because I had a few beers. I was like, but I didn't. But I wanted to turn around and just say, what do you expect? Like, you're playing against the team here. Don't get me wrong, Oxford, you know, they tried the best, but they're limited. It's Oxford. It takes 2 to tango. Some of these games, yeah, we're holding ball, we're passing it. We are trying to create, 20 odd goals on 20 odd attempts on goal. Like, what do they want? What more do they want than that? It ain't going to be a thrilling, exciting game because it's Oxford. Like I say, 2 to tango. But I even heard people behind me saying there were spells in the game when it was boring. Like, go watch something else then. Go watch a different game. Like, I don't know what more you want. Don't worry about, what's that say? Don't worry about boring as long as a week. Mate, honestly, it's not even boring though, is it, Richard? It's not even boring. It annoys me. It's just controlling game and nullifying the other team. We can't help it if the other side's boring and not offering no, can we? We can't help that. We can't help it. Richard, we won at Sheffield Wednesday in Cardiff away where Joseph started buff. Yeah. And then you think our away form at the beginning of the season, Richard, was sound, wasn't it? I mean, Cardiff and Sheffield Wednesday, start season early on, you know, Sheffield Wednesday have come good now, but at the time, they fell off a cliff a bit, didn't they, after we played them? But you look at them games, notoriously for Leeds United, they're well hard. I remember going to Sheffield Wednesday and getting pumped 5-0. Remember going to Cardiff time after time after time and not being able to win there. Look like brilliant results. And then we haven't been able to do nothing since, really, have we? Swansea. But we had to score 4 to bloody beat Swansea. I think Pirlo started. Yeah, I think it'd be better Swansea, yeah. What would you think about 3-5-2 in these low block games? It gives opportunity for two strikers around Purdue, Tanaka, Rothwell. Yeah, 100%. Righteous one, yeah, 100%. I think wing backs would work really well on that side. I really do. I think Bogle, fantastic. We know Firpo will be really good. I think Schmidt, that's probably his best position. I'd say left wing back would probably be Schmidt's best position. But yeah, he's got to mix it up. He's got to change things. The mentality. I don't think that switches until we get a win. It might be a deflected goal that goes in off someone's arse. It might be a little bit of luck we need to get that. And I know I speak like we haven't won in ages. I know we beat Swansea a few weeks back, but it wasn't convincing when it was a great moment to win it 93rd minute. What it went on to, brilliant. But it was still a dogfight. It was still really difficult. We hadn't had a country. Best we've probably looked away from home in a game we haven't won with Sunderland, and that was ages ago now. That we looked really good that game. One of his best performances of the season until Melier did that. I'm interested to find out how many times Sheffield United, Burnley, Sunderland have had the disruption with Sky games. Yeah, no, you know what it is? It's not an excuse, Stephen, no, but it's a reason sometimes, isn't it? Like, there is excuses in life. Like, I hate it when there's something, you come up with a reason or you say something and they go, yeah, but that's just an excuse. Yeah, it is. But, like, excuses are valid, aren't they? Like, they are valid. Like, I've got a bit of a weird brain, man. I say some weird stuff, but, an 100-metre sprinter could be fastest in the world. If he loses a leg 5 minutes before he runs, it's an excuse, and it's a reason why I haven't won that race because I've got a leg now. Like, there is reasons for it, so you are right. You are right. And we get more disruption than anybody. Anybody. We get it all. Like, say, Sky changing times, it happens all the time for us. Like, Darren and Dillo was saying, I asked him yesterday, I said, what's next home game you coming over for? And they go, I think we've earmarked the Chef Wednesday game at home. And I'm sure Dallin said it's a 3 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday. I might be wrong. Someone in chat can maybe help with that. And I think it might be February time. Chef Wednesday at home, Saturday on a 3 o'clock kickoff. So will that be getting changed for Sky? What? That'll be getting changed for Sky. Chef Wednesday at home. Probably will be. That could easily be changed to half 12 kickoff. So be careful when you're booking your flights. Because that could probably get changed. It happens to us all the time, mate. You bang on right with that. You really are. Sean Neely says, Matty, the first half was so boring. Though, man, we scored and sat back. Don't know about boring, mate. Didn't feel boring to me in game. It really didn't. The intensity wasn't there, yeah. I said to Darren after about 25 minutes, we've eased off a little bit. Wasn't boring, though. We were still probing. They sat back a little bit tighter. But, yeah, as game wore on, more gaps appeared and we put them to the sword, didn't we? But we're not going to go out there and put 2, 3, 4 past them in opening 20 minutes, half an hour. We're just not. It's not his style. But I still don't think it's boring, mate. I still think we're still probing. Yeah, that tempo dropped slightly. I won't lie when we went 1-0 up. But I still don't think it was boring. These guys behind me were talking about it being boring. Honestly, 65, 70 minutes in, and I feel like at that point we were flying forward, really creating, and then goals started coming in. They weren't happy when we'd gone 2 or 3 up, So you can't please everyone, though, can you, Wednesday, we're top one bit. Well, Richard, there you go. There you go. Andy, as a fan, winning beats boring. If I won 46 games 1-0, I'd take it. Beat Arsenal 1-0 in the FA Cup final. Nobody said that was boring. Yeah, I agree, mate. 100%. 100%. Can't have it all, can you? Can't have your cake and eat it, mate. You can rationalise, of course, yeah. Duncan Hamilton. We already play a hybrid 3-3-3-1. Certainly home goes low block with the advanced fullbacks and Tanaka dropping back. Scooby, Rich Lions, how very dare you? I think not with my brain. Do we as a club have to jump to Sky's orders or can we negotiate? Nah, you can't negotiate out with Sky. They bring money in, don't they? They bring the money in, spend most of our first half buying extras presents on Amazon and then watching the match. Did you Did you really, Sean? You get out nice? No, it's funny that. Are you buying something for Joe? You are, aren't you? You'll be buying something for Joe, you, I know you. But yeah, all in all, when you look at that performance yesterday, just routine. I mean, they must come off, some of these home games, lads. They must walk off that pitch and feel like they can play another 90 minutes. Like, that was just training ground stuff. It's attack v defence. It's not, I don't know how much you can get out of that other than just really try to fill your boots with as many goals as you can to improve that goal difference. Try and improve your momentum, your confidence going into a Stoke game. But I don't feel like you get much out of a game like me because honestly, it was just so easy. It was just so easy. It was like we were 2 divisions apart yesterday. Really was. I was a bit nervous when I seen they got new manager in, and I said in on my vlog yesterday that he was in dugout. I think he was in stands, wasn't he? He had his assistant in dugout, but yeah, still he'll have had some sort of preparation with him for the day, a chat with him. New manager watching on, they're gonna do their best. And to be fair, 4-0 away at Ellen Road for Oxford, no disrespect, it's probably not a bad result. I mean, what do you expect? I actually can't believe Oxford. I said it in my preview. I actually can't believe Oxford are fifth bottom, so 2 places outside relegation, or was before kickoff. I can't believe they sacked the manager. What are Oxford expecting? I mean, they've got a decent manager for this level. Don't get me wrong, they've upgraded the manager. But what do you expect? It's Oxford. Like, we should be beating them. 3s, 4s, 5s. Andy Rowe, is the next game Stoke 8 p.m. Boxing Day? Yes, I think it is 8 o'clock, mate. Cannot wait for it. I won't lie. But yeah, should be fun. We're going to win this one. I'm sure of it. Sure, I should wait till Championship here. Scooby-Doo, Leeds are 2 visions apart. You can. Let's hope we get that important first goal the next 2 games and then sort that way from out. Yeah, honestly, don't fear Derby at all, Derby. That mentality thing has to not be there for Derby away because they've just pumped them Ellen Road, so that has to go. The problem is if we don't get a result at Stoke, it's going to run into Derby game, but we get a positive result at Stoke, I think Derby game will take care of itself, and then Blackburn's at home, so honestly, I don't even stress about that. But yeah, Stoke, they just need to go play with tempo, keep that level up. You've got players in form. I'd like to see Joseph start. It'd be interesting to see what happens at left back. I don't know, when press conference is out, whether it's will it be Christmas Eve, do we think, press conference? It ain't gonna be Christmas Day, is it? So maybe Christmas Eve they might put a press conference out there, find out if Voba's fit, what's crack with Firpo going forward. Byram, I like Byram anyway. I'm not asked if he stays at left back, but it'd be interesting to see if there's any changes. Ampadu, that's the big talking point. I assume Stroud will be back. He was fit enough for the bench. So will he be fit enough for Boxing Day? You'd probably say yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. He's actually got some headaches now, as Farker, which whenever someone gets injured and you're thinking, I was going to get back into the team, which our last season, tends to be another injury somewhere else. Then, like Ampadu, he came into the game because of another injury. Stroud into a long-term injury, so he's going to have a bit of head scratching to do, I think, to try and make everyone happy, keep everyone happy, but buzzing for it. So many years of having, poor players to pick from. Buzzing that he's actually got some really tough decisions to make, and it just pushes that bench quality even higher, doesn't it? 8 p.m. Boxing Day, our family have left, and you're still drunk waiting for a game. Yeah. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Christmas. I love Christmas. Absolutely love it. I hope everyone's got decent plans this Christmas. I hope everyone's got some family and friends to spend it with. It can be an awful time, I remember my grandma before she passed away, she only really had us, and it can be a lonely time for people. So I hope everyone's got someone. It's my favourite time of year. Can't wait to spend it with my kids. Really lucky man, a beautiful wife, healthy kids. Can't wait, I can't wait. I get emotional thinking about it. I'm so fortunate to have such a great family. And yeah, I hope everyone else got something similar. I really do. Everyone deserves it. Scooby D2, I think we'll do all right next game, then struggle until 7 days off. Yeah, I have to say, I think see where away form turns. I think Stoke's an hard game. I do, but when you look at them as a team this season, it's notoriously a hard game in terms of it's Stoke away and we are playing well away. But I feel like it's not a bad 2 games in a row that we could really get that monkey off us back here with 6 points in these 2 games, which is definitely doable. Really, really easy games. If these were Ellen Road, you're saying 4s and 5s for both. So in terms of personnel, player, side to side, we should decent sides. These just looks tricky, doesn't it? Just looks tricky because of the whole Stoke and the way we're playing. But as 2 fixtures, I'm quite happy with them. And I think this could get monkey off us back. I really do. Lumpy Lampard won't do Coventry any favours. Lumpy Lampard. Oh, it's funny, isn't it? It's funny. I'm up early, so dropping off now. Chat in the next live, Matty and fellow Leeds fans. Yeah, thanks, Sean. Take care, my mate. Final pint will be tomorrow, so hopefully you can jump on there. That'll be last show, I assume, before Christmas. Off topic, did you watch boxing, pal? Right, just one. Yeah, I'll touch on it right quick. I did, mate. I watched boxing. Really enjoyed it. Don't want to lose no subscribers here, but I thought Usyk won the fight. Was it? What were the scorecards right? Maybe not. Maybe a little bit closer than what they said, but I do think he won the fight. Did Usyk? Yeah, I really enjoyed the fight. I'm a big boxing fan, to be fair. bit of a boxing purist. I really enjoy the art of boxing. No knockdowns, no knockouts. You know, it's not always about that. But when you watch a fight with two absolute, you know, legends of the sport, really showing what they had in their arsenal, and it was a really, really technical fight. And I just feel like Usyk fought on front foot a lot more than Tyson. He didn't use his size to his advantage and bully him like he should have done. But I really enjoyed it, mate. I really did. And yeah, unfortunately, I don't think they'll go again because it, you know, 2-0. There's no point. I think Usyk will go fight Dubois now. Yeah, and Fury. I think the only fight left for him is Joshua. No belt online. Just go fight Joshua at Wembley, and see what's best out of them two, and then we both retire for me. That's how I'd see it. But yeah, I enjoyed it, mate. I really did. It's the one time a year I would hate to know someone's alone. Yeah, I know, mate. I know. So, like I say, I hope everyone's got someone. The flight has pinged up yet. Wonder if you're going to get a call soon. Yeah, I've not heard of, mate. I don't think. Let me just check my phone. Oh, look at this. One sec. They're on the plane, look. They're on the plane. Dillo does not look happy. They're on the plane. Bus in the air. They're on the Ryanair flight. Finally on the way home. I am on Christmas dinner duty as per usual. I'm going to a friend's this year. So yeah, I'll be on putting batteries in all kids' toys, and but yeah, I'll be clown in the living room, making everyone laugh and keeping all kids entertained, while our lass and her friends cooking away, and they love it. She loves it, does our lass. Entertaining and dining and all that. I'm just a clown. I'll just sit. I'll do washing up, to be fair. I'll load dishwasher. Hopefully Gillian's got a dishwasher. Hopefully it's not me. Sheffield United and Burnley play each other, so we have, yeah, massive, mate. That's a massive opportunity. Easy, yeah, you're right. I remember seeing that yesterday, and yeah, everyone has to play each other twice at some point, and we're really lucky in this festive period when I don't think his fixtures look too bad, if I'm honest. Sheffield United and Burnley playing each other is massive, isn't it, mate? Massive. Obviously, neither of them can get 3 points in that game. We have to really capitalise on that. Usyk one fight, but I had him winning by 1 round. I thought, yeah, I was saying. I thought there were about 2 in it, maybe 2 rounds, but yeah, 1 or 2. I thought it was tighter than that, and I kind of expected it to be a split decision, and it wasn't. It was unanimous, which I sort of get because I think he won the Usyk, but yeah, it was good. We're in the process of building Leeds up for the Stoke game, but recent away form doesn't inspire me. Farker's got to pick the right team. Yeah, 100%, mate. He has to get it right. Cannot let it wrangle on for another game, can we? Nice one, Dilla hits flying. Yeah, Darren does as well, mate. Get the boys on Flight Tracker. Where did they stop overnight? They stayed in a hotel in Leeds, mate. They booked an hotel opposite the Moot Hall Arms. So they went straight from pub, fell into the hotel, went to sleep, fell back out of the hotel into the pub again. Hey, up, Evie. All right, love. My hubby is on cooking during Christmas. Yeah, you said he's a chef, ex-chef, or he's a chef. So you're going to have a Michelin star Christmas dinner, I'm sure, Evie. Will he clean up as well and tidy away as well? I think I'll be on cleaning duty with me. I'll be tidying it all up afterwards. Yeah, he's a chef, wouldn't he? Yeah, I thought he was. It's a 2-round swing, 4 points. I had Usyk winning by more. He prepared, stop himself getting leaned on, and was particularly sweet later in the fight when he started putting the right hook to the chin behind the left straight to the body. Yeah, Usyk won't fight, didn't he, mate? We can all argue about if he won it by X amount of points, Scooby or whatever. I agree. He won it, and for me, he goes down as a great at sport now, doesn't he? He really does. Goes down as a great. You can't even deny that. To do what he's done at cruiserweight, dominate the sport, unify the division, do it heavyweight when he's smallest guy there. Come on, what a fighter. I'll have my 2 dogs with me on Xmas. Things can change in 1 year. Deal. Well, I hope you have a good one anyway. I know. I hope you have a really good Christmas. All the best to you, my mate. And Happy New Year to you as well, Ina, mate. Yes, Danny, we would all starve if I cooked. Why they can eat burnt turkey, can't you? It's just a bit burnt. Was he in the Comfort Inn hotel, mate? I don't know about Comfort. Discovery Inn, I think it was. I've heard they have bed bugs in there, so at least he had company if it were cold. No, he doesn't know how to clean up my. I bet he uses every pan and every plate as well. Worst thing about Christmas, you use everything, don't you? Literally, even turkey base that comes out that you see once, every single like utensil, plate, pan, everything comes out. You sort of got to wash as you go. It just ends up being carnage. I love the dishwasher. It's hard. I hear that quite a lot, to be fair. But yeah, I think I'll be dishwasher this year. Does Evie burn water? Evie, I bet your speciality is Skinheads on a raft beat. Yeah. All right. Anyway, guys and girls, I'm gonna call it a night. 11:15. I'm absolutely shattered. I've been burning candle at both ends for a few days. But for someone who don't drink and someone who don't go out very much, I've absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. It's been mint. Been absolutely mint. So yeah, look forward now to Boxing Day. Can't wait for it. Looking forward to Christmas Day with kids, like I say. I hope everyone has a good Christmas. But we will be back tomorrow for the final pint. It'll be on the Leeds Bros channel. Once they're home safely, I'll hear from them. I'll wake up to hopefully a message off them saying they've got home safely and everything's all right. And then we'll be on tomorrow night for final pint to discuss this game one last time. That's Monday. I'm lost track of days. That's Monday. Tuesday there'll be a preview for the Stoke game, and then yeah. So you'll see me 2 more times before Christmas anyway. But yeah, cheers, folks. Merry Christmas, everybody. They had 8,000 feet in the air. Take care, Merry Christmas all. Merry Christmas, everybody. Absolutely love this community I've got on here. Love it. You're all absolute legends. Absolute legends. Merry Christmas, one and all. Mark Snuff, well done, mate. Thank you, my mate. Love you a bit, pal. As strong as Leicester City, Ipswich and Southampton were last season. They are so woeful this season. Ipswich haven't won a home game. Leicester, yeah. It's going to be, mate, it's such a big step up to Premier League, mate. And yeah, we've got Ipswich fans saying, you know, it's not as good as what they hoped it'd be, but they'll be back down, and they've given it a good go. I said they'll be back down, who knows? But yeah, it's we'll worry about that next season, won't we? Cheers, everyone. Take care, MOT. Yeah, you too, anyway. Look after yourself, mate. Andrew O'Connor, Merry Christmas all. Richard Hogan, MOT. Thanks so much. Such a good chat. Honestly, you're all legends. Some absolute diamond people in my chat. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe. Take care. Have a great start to your week. And yeah, it's a big one. And I'll see you tomorrow on Final Pint. Love you all. Good night. Cheers, Danny. Thank you. You too, mate. I'll see you tomorrow, mate. Thank you.